With Kunqu came the recording of a piece of music in score form for the first time in Chinese history. But how did Kunqu, this form that occupies such an important position in the history of Chinese drama, begin in the first place? The township of Jiandang is a part of Kunshan that dates back 2,500 years, and it is a place that is significant both historically and culturally. It was the hometown of two very famous people in Chinese history, Gu Yanwu, a great thinker at the end of the Ming and beginning of Qin, and Gu Jian, the founder of Kunqu opera. Gu Jian, who lived when the Yuan dynasty fell to the Ming, is believed to be the founder of Kunshan tune. In the time of Gu Jian, Nanqi opera was highly popular in the eastern and southern parts of China, but the melodies varied from place to place. The four major tunes were known as Yu Yao tune, Hai Yan tune, Yi Yang tune, and Kunshan tune. Kunshan tune was the predecessor of Kunqu. Decades later, these local tunes went through a significant reform, and this reform was initiated by a sage in opera development. The term sage was reserved in ancient China for people of high attainment. But who was this sage, and what exactly were his attainments? During the Ming dynasty, the southern port of Taitang was the country's busiest river port, and opera composer Wei Liangfu spent a great deal of his time there collecting tunes. While there, a soldier from Hebei by the name of Zhang Yetang became his friend. Zhang was accomplished at singing northern songs, and he was also a master of a three-stringed plucked instrument called the sanxian. Later, he married Wei Liangfu's daughter. Wei Liangfu was frequently visited by people from musical circles, and many of them had already made a name for themselves. They included vertical bamboo flute player Zhang Meigu, horizontal flute player Xie Linquan, and composer Guo Yunshi from Taitang. These renowned musicians made improvements to Kunshan tune by drawing on the strong points of other styles, and they also added new instruments: the Chinese zither, the ruan, a stringed plucked instrument, and the tichin, which was rather like a violin. These accomplished musicians and composers spent a solid 10 years working out a fresh singing style, and it came to be known as Shui Mo tune.
它这个素材来源非常广，从古代的祭祀乐、宫廷的音乐、宗教、佛教、道教的法曲这些音乐，各个少数民族，因为经过金朝啊、这个元朝啊什么这些很多少数民族的女真族的、蒙古族的、鲜卑族的，还有这个新疆的维族的这些音乐，这个都搜集进来，包括民间的一些小调、民歌，这个什么劳动号子啊、水乡的船歌啊，这些都包括进来。所以等于说，这个魏良辅呢，他是把当时他那个时代全国最好的音乐都搜集到一起，创造了一种新腔水磨调。
这个水磨调怎么来的呢？就是过去呀，做这个硬木的家具，他用错草加上水，他磨非常细，就用现在的说法，就是用那个水砂纸打出来的。那个木材啊，水砂纸啊，它用水打非常的细，非常细腻。
In the early years, Kunshan tune was sung in the Wu dialect, which was from present-day Suzhou. Wei Liangfu felt that the Wu dialect was suited to Kunshan tune, but feeling the dialect might hinder its popularity in other places, he turned to another tune called Zhongzhou. Zhongzhou was based on the more popular Northern Chinese dialect, and Northern-style singing was based on this dialect.
昆曲也是这样，它用中州韵，它这个东西中州韵呢，应该说呀，在当时来说，它是属于官话系统，属于国语，也就按今天说，它是接近普通话的。
比如讲，我们在我们昆曲里念韵白，这个我不能叫我们，不能啊，我们那就是我，它是当时的中州韵是以这个基础。跟京剧念韵白是差不多，这个就是它是全国性剧种的一个非常重要的特色。
The new Kunshan tune quickly established itself among the upper classes. Before long, it was heard coming from poolside pavilions and the landscaped gardens of the leading celebrities of the day.
As the most popular tune of its time, the Kunqu Shuimo tune provided a fine medium for laments inherited from the Tang and Song dynasties, and these were greatly favoured by Ming official scholars. These laments expressed grief about the brevity of human life and the desire to escape from life's worries through the drinking of wine. As the tune provided a fine release for bottled-up feelings, Wei Liangfu and his students came to be regarded as music masters. Gradually, Wei Liangfu's reputation as a music sage became set. Qian Qianyi, a literary giant of the time, put it this way: all Kunshan tune singers regard him as the predecessor. By this time, Kunshan tune was seen as an authentic style in southern singing.
然后呢，演员就面对面的这样坐着，你伴奏的时候呢，就由我来演唱。这个唐明旦呢，大家。
This room, named Tang Ming Dan, made out of red sandalwood and boxwood and decorated with glass lights in the shape of the lotus, is the prime exhibit of the Suzhou Kunqu Museum. In years gone by, whenever a rich local family held a celebration, a troupe of singers would be hired to present performances. The stage and props would be carried on shoulder poles to the client's house, put together and set up in a reception room such as this. After the Great Reform to Kunshan tune, many troupes did business in this way. Through his reform, Wei Liangfu brought an elegant and refreshing style to Kunshan tune, which stood out among the genres in the south. However, as fresh and elegant as it was, Kunshan tune was still to gain nationwide popularity. This was ascribable to Wei Liangfu, as although he was a fine musician, his knowledge of scenarios and scripts for the stage was limited. Traditional scripts that had come down from the Song and Yuan dynasties were simply not suitable for Kunshan tune. What was needed were customer-tailored scripts. By that time, the 100 years of prosperity enjoyed by Yuan poetic music dramas was long over, and theatre arts were going through an all-time low. Both Kunqu Shui Mo Tune and Chinese theatre arts were crying out for literary assistance.
所以我们要感谢一个非常重要的人，叫梁成宇。梁成宇也叫梁伯龙，他就写了《黄沙记》，就写了西施范蠡的故事。这个呢，他对昆腔的改革非常熟悉，他就用昆腔平常唱清曲的这样的一个音乐歌剧，用这样的句式写了一个完整的剧本。
金秋落，荒野飞。
由这个清曲啊变成了剧曲，他就演戏了，有人物，有这个故事，而且呢，加上了锣鼓。
昆曲已经不再是一个清唱的声腔了，它已经搬到舞台上面。
他要演人物了，你演范蠡，你演西施啊，这些个你演伯嚭啊，你演文仲，这些你当然你就得这个装扮上呢就得像那个人，这样才开始有装扮。
任何这个舞台戏剧，我认为都是有一个优秀的剧本做一个基础，才能够在这个基础之上建设出一个舞台演出的一个大厦。
The story of Qi Shi and Fan Li was a huge success as soon as it was first performed. Famous people flocked to Liang Chenyu's home in Kunshan, and before long, the refreshing sound of Kunqu tune was spreading all over the country. What Liang Chenyu had in effect done was hasten Kunqu's development into a kind of opera. Thanks for staying with us on today's New Frontiers, and tune in again next time when we'll bring you more about the history and development of Kunqu opera. I'm Ji Xiaojun on CCTV International. See you next time.